What was that?
Did you see that?
Was that the primary buffer panel?
It did seem to
Did
resemble...
the primary buffer panel just fall off my Gorham ship for no apparent reason?
This landing is going to get pretty interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh God, we're all going to die?
This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode.
On screen.
Okay, time for some late night for me, Lego stuff. Going to be working on fun little polishes. Hello, Ebe. How's your week going? So if I can see, where did I put this brick one? So we did this little digital mock-up. You've had better. Uh-oh. So this is my brick built album cover, which is made of bricks on a base plate. Ooh, day 4. Oh, it's not good. This version here is plates. So thinner, lighter, and while we were doing it, I took the chance to update some of the shades of green in here. So the brick version is essentially, or it was in the past, yellow in those spots and lime green in those. Which looks good, but I think that looks better. And so the plan is to take these with us to Brickworld Chicago to display. And so, yeah, weight-wise, plates versus bricks, it's a lot lighter with plates. Obviously, they're thinner, less material in them, and they pack a whole lot flatter. But I do need to order the parts because I don't have all these. But one cool thing about this studio program being developed by Bricklink is we can go model info, tells us how many parts we need and how many different types of parts we need. Sort of gives a higher end estimate of, yeah, it's going to cost $40 to get all this. That's closer to 30 because $10 of that, at least, is the base plate, which I already have. So all I'm going to be doing is the plates. So what we're going to do first is I'll have a quick look and make sure that we've not missed any rows of 1x1s like I did on my Hotel California one. They look good. We don't have any unavailable colors. So I'll just save it. Delete the base plate. So it's now 350 pieces. And yeah, a price around $30. I was told recently that this is like the higher end of the price scale, because it all depends on who you buy it from and which store. Physical information, it's 172 grams of plates. The base plate itself is about another 100 grams. But from here, from this model info thing. I'm logged in up here in Bricklink, so I can just add to wanted list. And in my browser, a tab opens up. Add to create. It's automatically set to add to a newly created list. I'm going to call it new mosaic silver chair. Proceed to verify items. Add to wanted list, and it's done. I'm going to bring this over here. And we'll repeat that with the next one. So the next one will open. So Coldplay's X and Y. Same thing. Delete the base plate out of there. And this estimate's about $11 of Lego. So depending on the color you order, depending on the part that you want, price can vary considerably. 158 grams of plates. Add to wanted list. What I'm going to do is change this. And if I this, there we go. There's and yeah, that number up in the top top right. Yes, I have things in 4 carts. Whether those products are still in stock, I don't know. One of those 4 carts is the place that I'm going to be ordering from, Brick's Warehouse. The other ones were just kind of holding patterns for pieces that I may want to get. But I think I'm just going to go with this one guy that I bought my other stuff from. So I've already converted a few album covers down to plates, like Dark Side of the Moon. Got those all from this guy in Western Australia. Also, the main reason I picked his store was he had these Technic panels that we needed for our Brickworld mosaic sections. So it automatically opened up this tab here. Actually, so I'll close that and do this so you can see how quickly this does it. So if I go model info, add to wanted list, boom. The Bricklink tab says, hey, you want to upload in our format. You want to add it to a new list. I'm just going to type new in all caps at the start so that when I go to this guy's store and look for my wanted lists, I can easily spot the new ones. Scroll down to here. Proceed to verify items. And so this is all the pieces that I need for this mosaic. We can set conditions. You can have it, you know, that I only want to look for new parts. A lot of stores I buy from, they are only new anyway. But if we wanted to, we could search for used parts as well. The any will cover both options. And basically, once we get down to the bottom of the page, we click add to wanted list, and they're successfully added. The next step is then going to my cart at this guy's store. We can look at all his items. We can see the newest things that he's put into stock. Ooh, he's got a hard to find mammoth for $287. I think I'm good. And so this brings up on the left-hand side that you can't see that where it's cropped. It has all my wanted lists. But I'm looking for the new. So now I can see that I want 8 of these black 1x1 plates. He's got 534 at 8.8 cents each. I want 8 of those. Actually, I think I can autofill. Yes, autofill max. Oh, no. All right. Autofill the maximum. It was going to buy all of his plates. I don't want to do that. But autofilling the minimum means that if I want 8, it's going to add 8 to my cart. I want 29 of these. It's automatically done that for me. And I believe if he had less than what I wanted, it would get as many of them as it could. It would just do all of them. So we'll add them to the cart. Then we go to page 2. Autofill the minimum. He's got 7,299 white 1x2s. We add all of those to the cart. Page 3, autofill minimum. Add items to cart. Actually, how much charge? 13 and 22. It's only 1 cent cheaper to go a 2x2 and a 1x2 instead of the 2x3s, but the 2x3 is less parts overall. So we'll stay with that. So we've got 30 lots. Need to check. Comes in 30. Oh, hang on. Wonder if that means that there's a part he doesn't have. Yeah, he's got 29 out of 30 of the pieces. Now, which piece doesn't he have? That's the... That's gonna be fun to see what... Okay, so if I... Okay, let's have a look. What doesn't he have in stock? With the 1x1s, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colors. On there, what? How many do I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors. What? Bright green, yeah. Bush grey. Green, green, light bush grey, dark green, lime. Got lime. Grey, green, black. Black, yep. Okay, yep, 7 and 7. Okay. 1x2s. I want dark bush grey. He's got. I want black. He's got them. I want bright green. He's got them. Green. Yep. Okay, what does he have then? Hey, Kara. Lurky. Just trying to see what this guy's... He's got 1 out of the 30. Not in stock.
Very, very thick, very chunky, and they are packed to the brim.
But now I'm having to scroll through here and go, all right, what? 1x3s. So green, black, and bright green. Oh, there we go. So I want bright green 1x3s, and he doesn't appear to have any. Okay, so if we go all items. I will search his store by color. We can see down the side of the screen there. So by color, so I can go bright green. And at the time that I was designing this, he did have 1x3s. Let's find where the plates are in the list. Page 9. Nope. Plants. Plate is the next category after plant. So there we go. Okay, so he's only got 1s and 2s. All right, so what that means then is we go back here. Select by type and color. There's the bright green 1x3s. Oh, actually, no, I'll do that. So we put the base plate back in. Now there we go. So he's got 1s, 2s, and 4s. He's got 2x2 in bright green. Okay. So that means now what we're going to do. So we can actually change that to be a 2 and 1 there. And what's the price like between, so it's 17 cents for a 2x2, 15 cents for a 1x2. So it's you're much better off doing this. So I delete that one and I delete that one. Part number 3022. One of those there and one of those there. No. I think that'll work. Five ones. That would be. It's $1.09 just for that section there. What if we do it? If these pixels are making it tricky, aren't they? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be $1.26 to do it that way. So it is, yeah, the cheapest way is to, even though it looked clunky, we do this. And welcome to Bricklink Economics 101. Which means we are going to delete that. And what we can do now, it may be Ebe, model info. Add to wanted list. I'm calling this new frog stump. But what we can do now is if go wanted list, deselect all. I want the new frog stump. We can already see, oh, there's already 8 in the cart. What if I autofill minimum? Okay, no, it re-adds all the ones that I've already got. So I'm gonna have to go, okay, I've already got 29 of these. So I want another 8 of those to get to 37. We want 21 of those. We've already got 18, so I'm going to need 3 more of those. So now it shows that we've got 37 of those in the cart. That's what we want. For some reason, I've had this recently where it doesn't add the right number. It was like off by 1. So it is a good idea to check that it has updated the right number of pieces. I don't know why it does it. And we don't have those in the cart yet, so we want 2 of those. Successfully updated, and that should be it. All of this should be the same. Yep. So now everything that's in this version of the mosaic is in our cart, ready to go. So we unselect that wanted list and we select the new Coldplay one. He's got 37 out of 37 lots. So here we can just go autofill minimum. That should go up to 8. That should go up to 12. Yep, so it's now updated the total for those 2 mosaics. Autofill minimum. Autofill minimum. 102 2x4 dark plates in cart. There we go. I've got, oh, that's not showing on screen. When I hover the mouse over the basket there, it tells me I've got 563 items in my cart in 57 lots, for a grand total of $64.53 Australian, averaging out to $1.13 a lot. This guy, so each lot is like a single element in a single color. This guy doesn't charge any handling fees if that average is, I think, $1. Yeah, if the average lot value is $1 or more, there's no handling fee. Otherwise, he charges 10 cents per lot. If you're only wanting one each of low-priced items, he adds on 10 cents per lot, because it does take a lot of time to for a seller, especially for someone like this guy who has 2 million Lego pieces in his store. I'm a tiny store, and it takes time to go looking for, and I've got an inventory system, but I have to find the right container. Then I find which section of that container that I've stocked it in, which I also record, and then I go looking for the color that has actually been purchased. So for a store his size, I can understand why he does that. And that's how you get the Lego. That's how you get the bricks. And if you do have any suggestions of a, I'm going to crack this. It's 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. My work week is over. I'm cracking a beer open. That's what I'm going to do. If you have a suggestion of an album cover that you think you'd like to see in Lego, feel free to submit it on the Discord. Okay, and we can also you can use !suggest to send a suggestion in. I might I might make that a 1 channel point redeem or something that's easy to click to type something in and send through. But otherwise, if you do !suggest and type something in there, that goes basically to a feed that only I can see, and I'll have a read and give it a go. While we're here, let's click on that, and I'll click on that. And Ebe, you might be the only person in chat, but you should check out that EBE online guy. I think you'll like what he does. Open. What's the next mosaic? We should have. That's how you get the bricks, yeah. How it works. That's how you get the bricks. Take that away. Add to a wanted list. Just gonna call that new Fleetwood. Successfully added to the wanted list. So now we go back to the store. And he has 28 out of the 28 part types that we need for new Fleetwood. Alright, so Fleetwood's added, so now we're up to $1.42 per lot. So well and truly no handling fee for the 68 different types of parts he's got to find. We're at 832 parts. My last order from this guy, the first time I did it, was 1,700. Which was fun to count through and verify when I received them. And estimated weight so far is about 525 grams. Right, and while we listen to Eskimo Joe, welcome to the party, pal! We will do the same thing here. We'll create a wanted list from this. New Eskimo Joe. Proceed to verify items. Unselect that one, and he's got 58 out of 60 of Eskimo Joe. So what doesn't he have? Let's sort by color. There we go. Down by color. So black 2x3 got black 2x4 is got corner 1x4. It's probably not going to be the black. It's probably going to be. It'll be the dark red or the olive green or something, won't it? Then the dark red. 1x6 he's got. 2x3 he's got. 2x4 he's got. One by two. corner, 1x3, 1x4. Okay, it's not the dark red. Oh, okay. It actually says that the 1x2 doesn't come in light yellow at all. So it's not that he doesn't have it. There's one issue. Unavailable color. Okay. So and he doesn't have light. Oh, I know what I've done. Okay. So I have used an old color. So light yellow probably is a shade used in the 80s or 90s or something. And no, thanks. I don't want cheap viewers. I want expensive viewers. Yeah, so this light yellow color. Show this screen again. So there's the part. Bright light yellow is a more recent color, so you can see recent sets there that it comes in. We go back to the known colors. Light yellow, it comes in 2 sets from 1999 and 2001. So yeah, it's a discontinued shade of Lego brick that I've accidentally used in my studio file. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm just going to delete the new Fleetwood Mac. New Eskimo Joe wanted list. Do that first. Because yeah, he's got 2s, 4s, and 6s. How much was a 1x6? 1/6 is 17.99 cents. It's actually cheaper to change if I change that one. Oh, okay. Yep, we merged that. And yeah, Studio will flag that it's unavailable in this color, but that's because this isn't the shade we actually want. Other thing to check is 0.084. Just doing some quick mental maths here. Put the base plate back first. So we'll merge those. Split those. Split those. That works out slightly cheaper to do that way. But of course, first we need to change this color to bright light yellow. Which, while it looks horrible in the picture there, is actually the shade of yellow that I used in the brick version. So now that we've done that, we'll save this. Delete our base plate again. Yeah, so while you went out to get snacks, what you probably missed is the shade of yellow I used in the program was only used in some of the, I think they were Belleville or Paradisa sets aimed at girls in like 99, 2000. And that shade of color hasn't been produced since. So some of these pieces didn't exist in that color, or they were quite expensive, which is, so now if I add to a wanted list, and we're gonna call this one New Eskimo Joe. All right, so now if we go back to Sort by wanted list. And we look for New Eskimo Joe. He now has 63 out of the 63 elements that we need. So we had to grab a few more types of part, but by getting the bright light yellow instead of light yellow, we can get all of these pieces. So while the software that we have here as far as designing pieces goes is good, the fact that it does have older colors that are harder to get hold of or not in production anymore does mean that if I use the built-in there's a built-in mosaic maker where you can import an image, give it a size, and the program works out what pieces to make it from. The color spectrum it chooses will include older colors, things that are hard to get hold of. Yeah. But it is good that, you know, you can select the parts, and down the bottom of the screen under where this camera view is here, it'll give you a running price of what the parts are. So as you change colors out, and this is cropped by my overlay, but so for example, this 2x6 plate that I've highlighted, if I want it in bright light orange, you're looking at 6 cents per piece. If you want it in aqua, they're about $4 each. So between 6 cents and $4 is a huge, huge difference. Brown, you're looking at $2, but that's the old shade of brown. If we want it in reddish brown, you're only going to be looking at 8 cents. So you can make some design choices based on that as you go if you want to. I'm going to change the store to show 100 per page, and that way the entire wanted list is all on one page of my cart, and I can go autofill min on all of them. Oh, there was an error. Please fix the error and... ads.
The BRB, it's BRB time, we're BRB.
Okay, so I tried to add minimums to the cart and it came up with a little error message at the top saying please fix the errors below and then proceed. So it's still got all our quantities that we want, but when it comes to the reddish brown plate 1x2, the seller asks that you buy this in multiples of 11. It's an odd number to do that as, but that's how they want to do things. I've got some things where, you know, if I've got a lot of small pieces and maybe like 100 of them, I set that to like 10. But yeah, so or like with the I've got some things like these little plant stalks. I've got them in my Bricklink store. You have to buy 100 minimum. Like, you have to buy them in hundreds. You can buy 100. You can buy 200. You can't just buy 50. But I've got them pre-bagged in hundreds, so I don't have to count. So I don't know if this guy's just pre-bagged lots of 11 in little Ziploc bags or what the go is, but he wants you to buy them in multiples of 11, so we'll run with that. We're at $133 in our cart for 100 different lots. This is the fun part of Bricklink, when you go, how much am I spending on Lego? It's for a good cause though, and it's fun. So Eskimo, I'm just making notes here. Eskimo Joe is done. Fleetwood Mac is done. Frog Stump is done. Coldplay is done. Demon Hunter will be next. But yeah, the older Lego software that I used to use, that Lego first brought out, you couldn't convert it to a Bricklink wanted list directly. There was, someone did develop like a little third-party exe file database thing that you could import your Lego design file into and convert to a list of parts, and then convert that to a, yeah, it required a third-party middleman to basically tell you your list of what you needed to import into Bricklink. So Bricklink obviously designing their own software to use to design Lego stuff, having it all integrated to, you know, make a wanted list in basically 3 clicks of a mouse. That's pretty cool. And he's got 21 out of the 21 different types of part we need for this mosaic. Add items to cart. Well, we've hit the We've hit the free shipping. Free for all orders over $149. And yes, this is what I built on yesterday's stream, Abe. A little baby T-Rex. Which I've put so he looks like he's standing on the logo in the corner. My head, I hung my head. There's my Johnny Cash American 4. We can compare to the real one in the corner there. Same thing here. We'll delete that. Add to wanted list. Add to wanted list. He's got all the parts I need for Johnny Cash. Cart total 1,586 items in 102 lots. It is 1,023 grams of plates. Any other ones do I still have to do? London Calling and Pop. I'll see how much he's whether I take the hit and order all the parts in one go, or if I split it into multiple orders. London Calling. And YouTube up. Alright, so if we jump back to store. He's got all of the U2. He's got all of the Clash. What I haven't checked is if I do that, if I do those two lists. Okay, yep. So I could have done this as well. So I could have selected multiple wanted lists and it would say the total wanted quantity in those two lists. So the pink 1x1. I want 7 in the U2 mosaic. And I want 4 in the Clash. Because I know he's got all the lots, we can just select both of them and go autofill minimum. Add items to cart. $290. Ouch! But those are the colors I need, and those are the quantities I need them in. And that is for... It's for 7... 2, 3... Eight. So, yes, it's a bit of a $30 per mosaic in parts, averaged out across the 8 of them. Shopping cart, 2,396 pieces. That's a lot of Lego. Free shipping to 4127. That's the postcode of my post office, and it's not my postcode. That is a post office where I get stuff sent. Oh, we also have like that. Build for Hope coming up. This will be my first time taking part in charity fundraising. It's a whole bunch of brick builders and crafters will be doing a multi-day raid train. I've got one spot on that, but I'll have my fundraising open from the 5th to the 22nd for the whole time. I'll be doing a few different LEGO streams in that period. And we'll probably just focus on LEGO and not do much gaming.
Let's show you around. Get you situated here.
Between
This
those
is the
dates.
bucket where our pea freezes. And, yeah, that's it.
That's it. Yep. Thank you, Kara, for the tour. There's a new kid in town. Not around. So yeah, if we look up here, this store that I'm buying from, Australia's largest bricklink store. He's in Western Australia. This number here, the 15,394, that's his feedback. So that's how many and he ships to me. And if we look at, there's something always good to check is praise, neutral, for the year, four complaints versus 5 neutral and 4,600 positive reviews.
Water to drink.
To drink. Thank you, Karen.
Is there alcohol in this?
Oh God, honey, no.
Yes,
what kind of
there
mother
is.
do you think I am? Why do you want a little bit? Because if you're gonna drink, I'd rather you do it in the house.
Well, my last Timothy Slamathy. Kira jumping in from Lurk from her own stream. My favorite store, super fast turnaround, great service, would definitely use again. Great service, great buying from you again. Everything arrived as expected, even provided extra. I got extras of some things last time. I was also short a few, but the guy shipped them out straight away. Very reliable seller, speedy delivery. And these are all like in the last few days. We'll have to scroll back a few more before we see the feedback that I left. Yeah. But when you see lots of yeah, very slow shipping, but I won't blame seller. Yeah. I'm on the other side of the country from him. I expected it to take a week or more. Alright, so that's 8 more mosaics. Planned out as wanted lists. Oh, that's right. This guy uses Stripe. If you're not following Kara, who is live right now, so I will send money to my bank account from my PayPal. Okay. That money has been sent.
Megatron Prime!
Log in over here. Yep. Make sure there's money in that account to cover it. Always gotta check. Okay, and Processing. Ticking a box to say I am human. I am a human. All right. So those mosaics have been ordered. I pulled the pin. It's done. That's a whole lot of parts on the way. It means that we'll be able to rebuild frog stomping plates. And I haven't looked, I said this in the other streams when I was doing these plate reversions. Like, do I have some of these plates in my own store? Probably. Am I gonna go looking for the 3 that I have? I mean, it'll be easy to find the 3 I have, but I'll just keep my own stock in my store to subsidize my hobby, and then I'd rather just order this, have a parcel arrive, and then basically be able to just build this in one go. So the next step is probably wait about a week and a half for it to come across from Western Australia. Last time I ordered on a Friday night, and he had it picked on the Saturday, and I had it not the next week, but I think it arrived up in Brisbane on like a Friday, Saturday, a week later, and so I had it the Monday, sort of 8 days after ordering. So we'll see what happens by ordering it on a Thursday, whether it gets here before weekend after next. Weekend after this one coming. You know what I've just seen? And I've already, it's too late. I've already ordered the parts. That could have been a single 1x2 plate. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Oh well. That's a part that I do have, and I'll swap that out. But yeah, order the parts. When they arrive, Bricklink has a 2-step process where if we go so if we bring this back. So under the status, that's the order I've just done that's paid. The previous one was $220. It's got completed. So here are some of my. I'm not making that kind of money. March, January, December. So going back to October, here are some orders. But receive. So shipped, I set it to shipped once it's posted. I message them and go, hey, it's on the way. They mark it as received when they get it. So these people here, they've got it. I have the Australia Post tracking. I know that all these people have their Lego. They're probably just happy to have it and have forgotten to go online and go and change the status. Received just means I've got it. There's a second one after that, which we can see here, where I've said completed. So when it arrived, I marked it as received, but then I went through and I brought up the list and I scrolled down and I went, okay, I should have 28 of this. Do I have 28 of them? I should have 2 of these. Do I have 2 in that color? And so basically I had to go through this, make sure that I had the right quantities. If everything was okay, I can just mark it then as completed. In my case, I messaged the seller and said, hey, I ordered 60 yellow 1x1 plates and I received 58, and so on. And then also, you know, just for your own inventory purposes, I ordered 7 of these light grey 2x4 plates, but I received 8. So you've actually overshipped for this part. So yeah, that'll be the fun part, because this order here is what did I say it was? Was it 2,000 individual pieces? $2,396 pieces. So yeah, I'll have to count those out when they get here. Yeah, I can't believe that I missed this one right here. There we go. Move it up to the corner there. And when you stand across the room from them at a Lego show, they look pretty cool. Alright, so that's 8 mosaics. Well, I'd say double checked, but we just found one part here that I could have consolidated. Oh, that rotated. Don't rotate. So those parts are on the way. Those parts are on the way. Those parts are on the way. Demon Hunter, Eskimo Joe, Fleetwood Mac, Coldplay, and Silverchair. So those are all ordered. That'll be some more streams of building coming up. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's a normal stream day, so I've done... Yesterday was a bonus stream filling in for Whippy when I built Little T-Rex. Today is a trial of a thing I do want to do on Thursdays, of doing some digital Lego work. I had a sleep when I came home from work, which is why I'm on this late as it is. And yeah, tomorrow afternoon, back at my normal time. And
Nice legs.
Sleep was good. I got home.
Before human.
It was rainy. I put the aircon on low in the bedroom and I lay down and lurked on build time on my phone. Had the volume down low and just crashed. Work week over. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon will be some Lego building. Actually, Ebe, I'll show you something pretty cool. I didn't save the digital file that I was working on the other day. Yes. But I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a box of Lego. So we'll work on that one tomorrow. And I'm going to do the same thing I think that I did yesterday. And that is, I built this little guy without using the book. I didn't use this until I'd finished to double check if I'd used all the right bits in the right places. And I have one piece left over because I tried the internal pieces in here with two of these, thought I wasn't getting enough movement, so took one out and left it as it is. But basically, so with the feet were pretty straightforward because there's a photo here where you can see this side of the foot, you can see the inside here, and they're basically mirror images of each other. Work with the parts, build all the obvious stuff, and then look on the tray and go, what's left? So I had to do some figuring out how this worked here because you can't quite see it. Same thing here, there was a lot in the body that required trial and error to go, I know what's here, but how do I get this to be this shape? So we're going to try that with Bumpy. There we go. So we've got that photo there. We've got an overhead view here. We can kind of get a view down in through the neck gap there and in here to see some of the parts use. We can see where the tail joins. You can see the back of that leg, the outside of those. The tail's pretty clear. So we are going to try that as a no instructions. What I am going to use the instructions for is this set. Because I had absolutely no plans of buying it. But welcome to the party, I was on Instagram and saw this. Using only pieces that are in this set, you can build a posable face hugger. Did I immediately go add to cart? Yeah. Yeah, I did. So with this 3-in-1 set, I will be able to build 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is probably what's going to end up being kept as a display. So yeah, that will be happening some point soon. But we'll see how much of the baby Ankylosaurus we can figure out tomorrow. Saturday, I'll still be figuring my way through Tomb Raider Anniversary, a game that I find fun and frustrating in equal measure, alternating moments. And then Sunday will be the relaxing drive that is Euro Truck Simulator. So that's the plan for the weekend ahead. And but I'll be going for about not quite 2 hours. But I do need to eat something. I just wanted to kind of hang out on stream and do this little bit of studio work and showing how easy it is to just add to a wanted list. Oh, he doesn't have all the parts. Why not? Oh, because I've used the wrong color and didn't check that first. I used an old part. But I think that will be it for... that's not what I wanted to type. I wanted next. I auto-corrected my own typing. But yes, you can use exclamation suggest and exclamation remind during streams if you want to suggest something for me to try, look at, work on. Remind is more of a when I go, oh, I should remember this. Can you remind me about that? Then you also have exclamation mini and exclamation core, C-A-W, caw, which then sends a suggestion to a Discord channel on recreating characters as a wrestler or recreating a character as a minifig. Oh. Speaking of creating characters as minifigs, Ebe, do you believe? I went looking for a guitar last night, but there wasn't any in my accessories container right here. So yes, I have a Lego Joe Hendry. But the torso I ended up using is not a cheap one. That's Bruce Wayne out of the 1960s TV show Batcave set. Yeah. And then I just dropped him on the floor. And there's me getting on camera as I try to reach down under the desk. There we go. But it was the best torso I had to hand that was like a button-up shirt under a darker jacket that wasn't like a pilot's uniform or a train driver. So we are going to go and... So we've been doing some pixel stuff. We are going to go see someone who is cross-stitching. We're going to go see Carrot Cleric. So cheers, Ebe. Cheers, Kara, for lurking. Any other lurkers out there? All the lurker love. We're going to go say... G'day to... and this is a Lego-induced wound. I scraped my knuckle on the brick wall of our townhouse, carrying a parcel in from the post office yesterday. The lyric. Carrot cleric. That. Yes, I was carrying my parcel in and had my hand too close to the wall, didn't see where I was going, and yeah. Drew blood. Alright. Check spelling.
Begin auto-destruct sequence. Authorization Picard 47 Alpha
where
Tango.
we're heading. So we'll see you tomorrow. Copy one of these raid calls. Let's go say hi to Carrot. He's doing some cross-stitch. And we'll see you tomorrow for some more Lego dinosaurs. So cheers, everyone, and we'll see you next time.